Good evening and welcome to King Arena on the campus of Wheaton College. I'm Dalton Van Esselston, joined by Don Crowder on the WTSN Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Tonight we have a good conference matchup between the Wheaton Thunder and the visiting North Park Vikings. Coming off of a loss in their last game against Illinois Wesleyan, Wheaton is looking to close out this season against North Park, and then Milliken with two good wins before conference play. Don, should be a good one tonight. North Park is a formidable opponent. Conference matchup is always a tough one. What are your thoughts on tonight?
Well, this is a big game for conference implications. North Park needs to win out to have a shot at getting into that tournament. Wheaton, of course, already clinched a spot. They've done pretty well so far in the regular season, but they're going to want to get home court advantage up until at least that final game. Of course, you mentioned that loss versus Illinois Wesleyan, very devastating to Wheaton's hopes of clinching that home court advantage potentially in the final, but this is still a very strong Wheaton side. They're going to go up against the North Park Vikings here, number 11th in the nation, 18-5 even after that loss. So we're going to see some pretty big performances, hopefully, from players like Tyson Cruikshank, players like Namie Adome, and Cade Alioth, the big three you can call them for Wheaton, who have been stellar all season. Adome and Alioth specifically were very good in the last meeting between these two teams, 89-64, a victory in Chicago. So Wheaton's going to look to replicate that. Certainly would be a big shock to them to come out of King with a loss tonight.
And on the flip side, the North Park Vikings have Michael Osborne and Jalen Boyd. They're two leading scorers, so it'll be interesting to see how Wheaton matches up with them to shut them down and kind of create some noise on the defensive side that lead to good offense. Wheaton gives up 71 points per game, but North Park only scores 66 points per game. So it'll be interesting to see the dynamics of scoring on the defensive side for Wheaton, as well as on the offensive side if they can get Namie Adome going early. Now we're going to send it down to the court for the PA announcer, and we will give you the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Ladies and
gentlemen, welcome to Wheaton College basketball. Today, the Wheaton College Thunder going against the North Park University Vikings. And now, everyone, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. And now the starting lineups. First for the visitors from North Park. At forward, a 6'4" senior out of Bellwood, that's number 12, Jalen Boyd. At guard, we have a 6'4" junior out of Warrenville, number 13, Gabe Johnson. At forward, a 6'6" junior out of Park Forest, number 15, Carl Polk Jr. At guard, a 5'11" senior out of Chicago, number 20, Isaiah Sanders. And at guard, a 6'3" sophomore out of Proviso East High School. That's 24, Michael Osborne. North Park is coached by Tom Slider, who's assisted by Marlon London and Joffrey Brown. And now, Wheaton College fans, on your feet, the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. At guard, a 6'1" senior out of Bartlett, number 4, Colin Vegas. At guard, a 5'11" senior out of Thunder Ridge, that's number 13, Tyson Cruikshank. At guard, a 6'1" senior out of Orlando, number 20, Namie Adom. At forward, a 6'4" junior out of Portage, number 22, Eli Considine. And at center for the Thunder, a 6'6" senior out of Mechanicsburg, PA. Of course, that's number 2, Cade Alioff. Wheaton College is coached by Mike Schauer, who's assisted by J.P. John Panner and Mr. Zach Quam.
And welcome back to the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast of tonight's game in King Arena. We just got these starting lineups, and for North Park Vikings tonight, we have Jalen Boyd, Gabe Johnson, Carl Polk Jr., Isaiah Sanders, and Michael Osborne in the starting lineup. And for the Wheaton Thunder, it's the typical starting five of Cade Alioth, Colin Vegas, Tyson Cruikshank, Namie Adom, and Eli Considine. It's been a solid starting five all year, and we're going to get the tip right here. Alioth will take it against Carl Polk Jr. from North Park. We're going to get started.
Well, that's going to be the matchup to look out for. Carl Polk Jr. in his first start this season against Cade Alioth, a potential All-American.
North Park wins the tip. Jalen Boyd has the ball, hands it off to Isaiah Sanders. Some early ball movement from the North Park Vikings, a lot of dribble handoffs. And Jalen Boyd buries the first shot of the night to give North Park the opening lead at 2-0. Cruikshank pushes the pace up the court, hits a dome, takes it in, and finishes with the contact. Really great take, maneuvering around 3 defenders, and ties up the game in the first 30 seconds.
Well, Polk Jr. was drawn out a little bit. Cade had sort of sunk into the three-point line, allowed a dome to really get in the paint with no trouble.
You see the Vikings move the ball inside. Polk absorbs the contact, lays it in. Pretty easy with Cruikshank coming over with the help defense. Not too hard for Polk to finish that. And Alioth with the 3 from the top of the key. He was hot last game against the Illinois Wesleyan Titans, and he continues to bury 3s from deep with that first 3 of the night.
Yeah, 36% from behind the arc on the season. You got to get out and close down on him. He's going to make you pay.
And the first shot is such a tell of how the night's going to be, and Alioth showing some confidence early and taking that 3. You see Jalen Boyd with the ball right here. Posts up a dome. The fade over him, front rim and miss, and Adom's going to push the pace. Kicks out to Considine, who drives in. Great feed. And Alioth with a miss with the left hand. It'll be North Park ball. But a great look by Considine as he drove to the rim, was able to see that Polk Jr. kind of hedged over to guard him and was able to hit Cade on the block, and hopefully Cade can start to make those tonight. Gabe Johnson with the ball, passes it across the court to Tyler Boyd. A little bobble, almost back court, but it's saved by Isaiah Sanders. Kicks it out to Michael Osborne. An acrobatic shot, not able to get the finish, but Polk Jr. is there to clean it up.
Yeah, Polk Jr., 2 early baskets, one against Cruikshank, and that one gets the offensive board. Good, strong start for him.
It's definitely going to be a good matchup because Alioth is very physical, and Polk Jr. looks like he's not shying away from any of that. Cruikshank will have the ball at the top of the key. Backdoor cut. Great pass and a great finish by Colin Vegas. What a find. Great cut. Wheaton gets the lead 7-6 right now.
Yeah, Polk Jr. had to come out, close down on Cade, allowed Vegas to get the backdoor cut and the reach around layup.
Polk Jr. with a pump fake, awkward shot. North Park continues to have the ball. A blatant miss at the rim for Jalen Boyd, but a good backdoor cut by him, and Cruikshank will bring up the ball. A good contest by Polk Jr. Vegas for three, just short. A good look, and Vegas is a good shooter. I mean, that's a shot you want to take. It's a wide open three from the wing, and Vegas just need to get a little more under that one.
Well, I'm loving the pace so far, Dalton, here in King Arena, just back and forth. North Park really rising to the challenge away against a ranked opponent. Haven't had the best season, but certainly proving their worth tonight.
And a quick substitution within the first 4 minutes. We have Jordan Boyd, number 32, subbing in for Carl Polk Jr. North Park will swing the ball around. Gabe Johnson at the top of the three-point line by the volleyball line. A deep three, buries it. That was from almost a different area code, but a great shot from Gabe Johnson. North Park will get the lead.
A bold shot, too. 25% from downtown this season. Way to go, Gabe Johnson.
The Dome tried for the answer. Gabe Johnson gets the tip off, and strong finish, and shows a little energy right there as he drew the foul on the Dome. You can see him leading the fast break. Finishing with the right hand. His body was almost behind the hoop, but he'll earn himself a trip to the line as North Park comes out to an early lead, up 4.
Yeah, he really earned that bucket. He got the steal himself off of the tip rebound and just pushed the pace. A Dome is a good defender, but Gabe Johnson able to subvert some of that defense, go up strong.
We see some subs on the Wheaton side. Nick Chavello and Luke Anthony subbing for Colin U. Vegas and Eli Considine. That's usually the first people we see off the bench for Wheaton, so not a surprise, but Luke Anthony with a good cut there, good feed by Alioth. Swings it around, tip pass. Gabe Johnson handles it, slows it down, and Jalen Boyd is going to be pushing the pace, trying to get some more points and extend their lead. Gabe Johnson from the elbow, bottom of the net. Coming off hot right now. Gabe Johnson pulling up from deep earlier, and now from the elbow. A couple early makes for him. Luke Anthony with the drive. Draws the foul on the floor. I mean, he's a known shooter, but we don't see him drive too much. And when he saw the lane right there, he took advantage of it. Drew the blocking charge, blocking foul. And Wheaton will have the ball on the baseline. And an errant pass by Tyson Cruikshank as he throws it away, but then thrown right back by Jordan Boyd, and looked like the ref almost called a foul, but then didn't blow the whistle. I saw his hand up.
His hand went up, and I thought I heard a whistle. It doesn't matter.
Cruikshank stops on the dime, so lucky for Wheaton that foul wasn't called. And instead they get an easy look at the rim, and Tyson is always going to make those. So they work around to Jalen Boyd, who swings it back to number 20, Isaiah Sanders. And Johnson has the ball. He looks like he wants a ball screen. Maybe pull up for another three. He's eyeing it up. This is to Jordan Boyd, who gets the shot up with his left hand, unable to convert. And Cade wanted that rebound over Luke.
Well, that was a tough possession. Johnson just, the whole time you knew he wanted the ISO, he wasted about 20 seconds of shot clock time to get to that position and then gave it up in the end.
Chavello from deep, buries it, bottom of the net. Not a known three-point shooter, but showing some confidence early in this game to make a three for Wheaton to cut this lead down to 2.
He has stepped up in a big way down the stretch. Averages about 17 minutes a game, the sophomore. Really great role player for this Wheaton team.
Johnson is not afraid tonight. He averages 10 points on the season and already has 8 tonight. Dome has the ball, looks for Luke Anthony. He's trying to drive on him. An unfortunate finish from Cade Alioth. Didn't really need the power dribble, but used it to create some space. Unable to convert with a strong hand. You see Jordan Boyd trying to muscle his way down, unable to convert again. I think it was tipped by Luke Anthony. Great defensive possession. The Dome's going to bring the ball up right now, and here's Chavella open on the block. And you got to make that, but Wheaton will keep the ball here as Johnson slotted it out. And Cal Vegas will come in for Cade Alioth. So Wheaton will be going small right now. We have a couple more subs for North Park. We see Carl Polk Jr. come back in. And then number 10, Jonathan Johansson. Anthony has it on the wing, looking to drive. Stops on a dime, but can't finish. Wheaton's getting unfortunate bounces early with some point-blank misses, but those will begin to fall if you keep getting open looks like that.
A lot of the action coming from the guards early on, Dalton, and I think that's one of the reasons Coach Shower's going small here. Nick Chavello can play the 5 against Polk Jr., another center-like player, and just allow a Dome, Cruikshank, and Vegas to go to work.
And that's just going to be a tough matchup with the switch with the Dome guarding Polk Jr. It's going to be a long night if Polk is going to have his way on mismatches. And right away, Alioth is coming back to the scorer's table to check in. Because Shower did not like what he saw there. And Anthony with a deep 3, air ball. And North Park will slow it down with Michael Osborne bringing the ball up. Seeing some quick substitutions early in this game. We'll see if that's going to be what the night's going to look like as Boyd is backing him down, throws up with the right hand, doesn't hit anything. And Vegas controls that rebound and starts to bring the ball up. He gives it to his teammate at Dome, who's more known for handling the ball. Kicks out to Chavello. Cruikshank wants to take control. A Dome. Step back 3. Oh. Buries it. What a shot. When the shot clock is low, a Dome's always going to step up and hit the big shot. That step back was just silky smooth.
Oh, when the offense is stagnant, you got to make your own. He was stopped when he tried to drive into the lane, and then pretty good defense, but that step back, it's not going to be guardable if you're Namier Dome. We see the huddle there. Imagine Coach Slider pretty pleased with how his players have played today. 18-15. Didn't really think that they would be hanging in the way they have. Gabe Johnson, though, double figures already with 10 points. Perfect 4 for 4 on the night. He's been having a field day out there. Polk as well down low with 6. Putting North Park on the map here.
And Polk, who isn't that much of a scorer this year, I mean, in his first game starting, as you mentioned, Don, he's only averaging 3.5 points on the year, so he's almost doubled that already. The Vikings will come out of the timeout with Gabe Johnson back on the floor. And he'll let Isaiah Sanders take the ball up. North Park setting up some off-ball screens. Swings it around to Johansson. Johnson's looking for the ISO possibly again, or maybe a high ball screen. Nope, passes it off to Isaiah Sanders. Drives to his left side, step back, buries it. So a few step backs early, a Dome on the other end, and then he's the recipient of someone else doing a step back on him.
And North Park shooting 56% from the field. Pretty good start for them.
Andrew Williams has checked in the game for the Wheaton Thunder. Cruikshank will get some rest, and Vegas wide open just off to the left. But Andrew Williams gets the rebound, goes up strong, and gets his own rebound, but gets poked out of bounds, and it will be North Park's ball.
When Andrew Williams came in the game last week, he got an offensive board immediately. Does the same thing here. Definitely want to look for more of that action from him. Very scrappy player, down low, can handle the ball, can shoot. Really a jack of all trades off the bench.
He may not be the tallest guy out there, but he always hustles the most. And that's why he gets to play the minutes that he does. See Sanders with the ball, trying to find something against a taller Dome. Johansson will have the ball at the wing. Ball screen. Number 21, Adam Bolwa. Tries to force up an awkward shot off the backboard. Shot clock violation. Great defensive possession from Wheaton. Really needed right there. create some buzz on the defensive side to slow them down. I mean, 20 points in the first half of the first half is a lot right now.
Eli slid over, really took care of that poor hedge from Cade that just allowed Wheaton to be exposed. Nice job from the junior.
A quick double. Needs to kick it out, but instead goes up. And Polk Jr. will swallow up that rebound and kicks it out to Osborne, who will push the pace and find Johansson in the corner. And Osborne has it at the top, trying to do something. Polk gets it inside. One dribble, tipped away. Andrew Williams is going to push the pace right here, bring it up the court. And one. What a finish. I didn't know if they were going to call a charge there, but he took it right to the rim. Looked Johansson dead in the eyes.
Oh, definitely.
And he earns himself his first points of the night and a free throw.
It's been a pretty lax game from the referees, I would say. They've allowed a lot of contact to go around. Maybe one of the reasons this game's been as free-flowing as it is, but good for Andrew Williams. Gets his first bucket tonight, gets some early exposure to the scoring table.
I think the physicality is also brought on by Alioth and Polk Jr. both being physical players, and knowing that the refs are going to let them play will be beneficial to both of their styles of the game, as Andrew Williams converts the three-point play. Wheaton trails 18-20. And Osborne will bring the ball up for the Vikings. They like to have these two guards up high and then kind of have dribble handoffs and pass the ball around. And Gabe Johnson has the ball at the top. Swings it around to Boyd, who drives, acrobatic shot, and finishes with the left hand off the glass. And Cruikshank is not going to slow down the pace at all. He wants to push it, and he goes coast to coast off of a made basket. You rarely ever see that, and just a great awareness by him to push the pace, see the open lane, and attack right away.
Fast breaks are his bread and butter. If it's an assist or a layup or a three-pointer, he's usually in the thick of it from the Wheaton standpoint. They're probably going to try to feed Polk in the post right here. But Williams showing some acrobatic saving, almost saves the ball. Just better positioning right there by Williams on Polk Jr. A sloppy entry pass. He pokes it away, but lands on the sideline with the ball. See Osborne with the ball at the elbow. A little fade. Nothing but air right there. And Cruikshank's going to push the pace some more. Blocked away by Polk Jr. What a athletic block off the glass. Osborne's going to push it. Kicks to the corner. And a charge taken by, not surprisingly, Andrew Williams, right in the great positioning. Feet set. And that's a big charge.
That is a big charge.
That's a big boy charge. Takes it right to to the chin and it gets subbed out. Oh man, what an impact to have in 2 or 3 minutes. 3 minutes, comes out, gets 3 points, gets some defensive stops, forces the turnover. Good mileage there for Williams.
And he gets a warranted standing ovation from the Wheaton bench right there as he goes to the bench right there and gets a little fist bump from C-Train as well. The dome from the top of the key. Just a little long, but Alioth with the rebound. That's got to be a foul, yep. Alioth fighting for every single thing he's getting down low, and Polk Jr. will commit the foul, and Alioth will go to the line where he has a chance to tie the game up.
I think he's almost saying, how come that one's called? You know, it definitely gets him on the first one, and then the putback, that's the one the foul was called on. Referees are letting this game go.
And I'm a fan of that. I think it will be good.
If you're the player getting hacked, though, you're maybe not the biggest fan.
That's true. Makes the first. A little long on the second one. So Wheaton trails by one with 7.5 minutes left to go in the first half. So Osborne will bring the ball up. Goes to the left side, pump fake. Great block by Alioth. Good help defense as Uvegas kind of flew around. Polk with a good spin move to the baseline. A great post move by Polk Jr. Showing a lot of skill down low early.
And I think so far winning the battle against Cade, despite this being his first collegiate start, he's doing a great job down low.
And North Park probably knew that they needed a bigger guy in the post to match up with Alioth, and U Vegas missing the three again, but Alioth trying to get another offensive rebound, unable to get that. And Osborne once again will bring it up for the Vikings. Johnson has it up top. Trying to feed Polk inside. Poor entry pass again, but tipped away by Alioth. It will remain the Vikings' ball. Wheaton is doing a really good job right now of kind of getting into better positioning around Polk when they're trying to throw the entry pass in, as he'll head to the bench, and we'll see Jordan Boyd come back in. Osborne at the top swings that around to Isaiah Sanders. Creates just a little long, and Alioth gets the rebound.
That shot's been working all night long, but right there, a little too tough for him.
And one. What a finish by Dome. So smooth as he headed to the rim. Just sees that he has an open lane. No one's there. Gets hit, goes up, and buries it. He gets a chance for a three-point play.
About 20% of Wheaton's points tonight coming from those fast breaks. Dome and Cruikshank really pushing the pace tonight.
And if Wheaton wants to open up a big lead, that's what they need to do. They're a transition team, that's for sure. They love to push the pace. They have athletic players that will keep up too. They won't have anyone lagging behind. Alioth is a really athletic big man who can run the court well. Johnson eyes up Luke Anthony, trying to create something. Gets him in the air, kicks it out. Didn't have much, and Boyd will have the ball. Looking for a ball screen from the three-point line. A little strong there, but Sanders gets the rebound. No collected up at the top. Jalen Boyd passing it off, and timeout from North Park Vikings. Not happy with what they have on the court right there. Johnson will call a timeout with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. A little under 6 minutes left in this first half. Don, what are you seeing that you like out there right now?
Well, right now both teams are in a bit of a rut. They haven't scored in a couple of minutes, couple field goal attempts, but I'm really liking from a North Park standpoint their isolation ball. Normally that's a shot you go to when things aren't working, but players like Gabe Johnson, players like Polk are really finding their stride. Johnson in particular still has yet to miss. And, of course, on the Wheaton side of things, I think they're still growing into the game. Obviously, they have the stronger roster. They have the deeper roster, the 11th ranked team in the country right now. But I think they just need to settle down a little bit, play some good defense. I think that's where they're struggling the most from. Offensively, could shoot better, but first things first is you got to stop the buckets from coming in. And if a lot of those plays are coming from isolation ball from the Vikings, that's going to be on each individual player for Wheaton. And I think that's a good recipe for Coach Schauer progressing throughout this game.
And whether that's a soft help or maybe a trap in the corner or something to kind of make the isolation uncomfortable, that would for sure change the game. And they're doing a good job on Michael Osborne, who's the leading scorer for the Vikings. He averages 13.4 points on the year, but has 0 right now. He's 0 for 4 from the field. So Wheaton's doing a good job of forcing him into difficult looks and kind of taking him out of the equation right now. You see North Park check someone else into the game. Nicholas Ramirez will come into the game for Michael Osborne, I believe. He'll immediately feed it into Sanders, who works it around and off the glass. A strong finish over the taller Adome. Gets that to go, and Adome will bring the ball up for the Wheaton Thunder. High ball screen here from Alioth. Comes back around. Cruikshank from the corner. Bang! Great shot by Cruikshank. That's a spot right there in the corner. He's money there from all the inbounds plays and cutting across the baseline as well. Ramirez has the ball. Looking for a ball screen from Boyd. Swings it out, kicks it out to Gabe Johnson. Looking for his. Blocked by Anthony. A difficult shot taken, but Wheaton's going to push the pace, find Adome on the fast break, and he converts. Wheaton gets their first lead of the night, 28-26. Great work on the fast break by Tyson Cruikshank, finding the open Adome cutting back door.
That's the 1-2 punch. Cruikshank to Adome, two of the quickest players on the court with and without the ball, and you saw it there.
See Luke Anthony commit the foul right there. Accidental smack to the face on Johnson, where they laugh it off. Johnson will inbound it to Ramirez. Typical high ball screen. And a quick whistle right on the entry pass as Luke Anthony picks up his second foul within 10 seconds right there.
Yeah, I think he just clipped Ramirez. Off-ball foul. And he'll head to the bench as a result of that. Only player with 2 fouls in the game.
Good slip screen. Boyd finds it, finishes with the left hand. Good strong finish from the big man. And Cruikshank's going to push the pace again off the inbounds pass. Finds Considine, who checked back into the game. Alioth looked at the three, but a good closeout by Boyd. Adome swings it around to Cruikshank, who looks to pass it in to Considine, who had the height advantage, but kicked away. And Wheaton will keep possession with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Considine had the mismatch, but unable to get the ball into him.
And Considine back into the game. It's been a bit of a theme recently. He starts the games, but typically plays about the same minutes as Nick Chiavello. But right here, looking to make another impact into the game.
Cruikshank rips through, but tipped away. New Vegas will drive in, find Cruikshank from the corner, just misses that one, and a foul on Boyd, I believe, on the rebound as Alioth went up, and Boyd kind of hit him underneath. Right there, yep, that's it.
Boyd's arguing for Alioth hooking his arm there, but I'm just not sure. I think they're both going at it, and then Boyd just gets under him when Alioth goes up for the board. I think it's a good call.
Good hands by Ramirez. Adome is able to tip it out. Swings it one more to Alioth from the three-point line and just short. Not a bad look from a good three-point shooter, just a little too little on it. The Vikings will bring the ball up with Boyd having it in their hand. Tipped away, and Considine misses the dunk. And Ramirez will bring the ball up.
Here comes Shower, just sat down. He just got up, was ready for the dunk, and just folded his hands and sat down after that miss from Considine.
I was getting ready to get the cameras out to take some pictures of that highlight reel, but unable to convert that.
It was Ramirez who was tracking back, 5'9" of him, able to put off Considine just enough to make that a difficult move for him.
And an off-ball foul here on Jordan Boyd, I believe. And that puts Wheaton in the bonus. And that is his second foul, I believe. You see Nick Chiavello check in for Eli Considine. And that is actually Jordan Boyd's third foul tonight, so early foul trouble for him. Alioth makes the first of the 1-and-1. Wheaton trails by 1 point with a little under 3 minutes left to go in this first half. Gets a second to go. They're all tied up at 30 points apiece. Ramirez will bring the ball up for the Vikings as Wheaton looks to get a stop and take the lead again.
Adome with 9, Cruikshank with 7, and Alioth with 5. It's the big three sort of at work again. Cade, though, struggling from the field, just 1 for 6.
Sanders kind of moving around right there, and Polk with the ball at the elbow. Kicks it out, instead goes set a screen. Finds Johnson in the corner, just short, but an athletic rebound by Boyd and goes up strong. And he flexes a little bit on the Wheaton Thunder as he just had a man's rebound there and finished with the left hand. Swings it around to Chevello, a dome. Almost took the three. New Vegas trying to feed it inside to Alioth as he fights for position. Just unable to convert that. Just a little frustration from Alioth right there, but a dome just strong on the three-point shot.
Ball just going all over the place except for in the basket. Couple good looks in that possession. Just couldn't find it.
And Alioth was able to get a good look there, but I think just a little uncomfortable with Polk draped all over him and unable to convert. Ramirez will bring the ball around, kicks it back out to Sanders. Wants to feed it inside. No, drives instead and finishes with the right hand. North Park leads 34-30 with a minute left to go in this first half. But Adome's going to push the pace. Kicks it to Chevello on the wing. Swings it back around to Cruikshank. New Vegas. A lot of off-ball movement, which is good right now. Good motion for the Wheaton Thunder. Adome from deep. Buries it. Great shot by Adome. Great off-ball movement by the entire Wheaton Thunder offense and finding Adome at the wing with a little deep three. Bottom of the net. Wheaton trails 33-34 with 40 seconds left in this first half.
Second triple of the night. Nice shot to get through just before the halftime break.
Ramirez is eyeing up Cruikshank. Little screen right there, double screen. Blocked by Cruikshank, and the Vikings will retain possession with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. That's a tough shot for Ramirez, giving up a lot of height.
And defensively, he's been pretty sound since he came in. He's had a couple good stops, but as you said, anytime he goes to the rim, he's going to be at a mismatch. And Tyson Cruikshank at 5'11", typically the smallest player on the court, but Ramirez even gives up ground to him.
And he does not get the shot off. Tried to get Vegas going with the pump fake, but Johnson unable to get the shot off before the shot clock violation, and Wheaton will probably hold it for the last shot of the half.
And they're going to put in Luke Anthony, sharpshooter. Good play there from Shower.
Yeah, it's smart. They'll probably work some off-ball screens for either him or Cruikshank to get open. As Adome communicates with Anthony as he gets the thumbs up. He hits Anthony on the wing. They're trying to get it to Cruikshank at the top of the key. 3, 2.
Oh, man.
And he finishes it with some style. Great take by Cruikshank. Finishes it with, at the buzzer, 35-34. Wheaton Thunder lead going into halftime. Don, what are your thoughts?
Well, Wheaton's got the lead, but Coach Shower is going to be lighting up that locker room. I can tell you that right now. The Wheaton defense has been a sieve all night long. Anyone's getting anything at the rim, and that's the first thing that Wheaton's going to have to lock up. Offensively, they look pretty strong. Even though their shooting numbers aren't the best, they look like they're finding their shot, just waiting for it to go in. But defensively, you got to tighten up.
That's for sure. And thank you for joining us on WTSN, and make sure you tune in for the second half as we take a 15-minute break.
Hello, my name's Priscilla, and I'm an applied health science major from Portland, Oregon. Thanks for joining our tour today.
And I'm Blake. I'm a history and communication major from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to Wheaton. Let's get started. Established in 1860, Wheaton College is guided by its original mission for Christ and His kingdom. A mission to educate the whole person and prepare you to make the difference God is calling you to make. Our 2,400 undergraduate students come from all 50 states and over 70 countries to make Wheaton College their home for the next 4 years.
We're located in Wheaton, Illinois. Campus is only a short walk from a downtown area filled with coffee shops, parks, and restaurants. We're also next to a train stop that will take you directly into downtown Chicago. There, our students can access the arts, culture, internships, and job opportunities that the nation's third largest city provides. Also, your Wheaton student ID gets you free access to the Art Institute of Chicago, one of the largest art museums in the United States.
Our first stop is Blanchard Hall. the oldest and most iconic building on campus. Blanchard was built in 4 separate sections, beginning in 1853 and completed in 1927. It currently houses several academic departments and administrative offices. Since our founding, Wheaton has only had 8 presidents, starting with Jonathan Blanchard, a known abolitionist and believer in quality education for all. Our current president, Dr. Philip Wheaton, began his term in 2010, and the students are big fans of his. He regularly captains intramural teams, invites students over to his house for game nights, and if you ever need to find him, check the basketball courts around 6 a.m. He'll probably be playing his regularly scheduled pickup game in the Krauser Sports Complex.
Also featured in Blanchard Hall is our Missions Wall, a celebration of alumni who have gone on to serve in cross-cultural missions. Hundreds of names and decades of service around the world. Wheaton's commitment to academic excellence, the liberal arts, and education of the whole person will prepare you for whatever and wherever God is calling you, from the mission field to the boardroom.
We have over 50 majors, certificate programs, and accelerated master's programs. Our student-to-faculty ratio is about 10 to 1, and our average class size is about 23 students, which means you'll definitely get to know your professors. What's even better is that they will actually be intentional about getting to know you outside of the classroom, whether it be through office hours, meals in the dining hall, or even inviting students over to their homes for dinner. Few things make me happier than a home-cooked meal.
Wheaton values experiential learning for all students. We offer extensive study abroad opportunities through our Office of Global Programs and Studies. There are over 70 semester and summer programs. This next year, I'll be studying abroad through our Human Needs and Global Resources program, what we call Hunger. Hunger is an academic certificate program unique to Wheaton. It can be added to any major and includes on-campus coursework as well as a 6-month internship abroad, where you integrate your area of study with cross-cultural research and service.
Our next stop is Edmond Chapel. 3 times a week, students gather here for prayer and worship. Now I gotta be honest, having chapel 3 times a week seemed a little intimidating, but our chaplain's office does an incredible job at making chapel an engaging and enriching experience. We have diverse speakers from all over the world come to teach, as well as members from our own faculty, staff, and even student body. Chapel bands and student ensembles from our conservatory lead us in worship as well. Chapel is central to our mission because it refocuses our hearts and minds on God and on what Jesus is doing both in our lives and throughout the world. This large space also hosts concerts by Wheaton ensembles, guest artists, the annual talent show, and other student events run by our college union.
Armitage Center for Music and the Arts houses our Conservatory of Music. The conservatory provides professional training in music performance, music education, composition, and more with world-class faculty. Armitage was completely renovated in 2017 for our conservatory, with a recital hall, 2 recording studios, a digital keyboard lab, faculty studios, practice rooms, and more, all specifically designed with musical acoustics in mind. A new 650-seat concert hall and a large choral rehearsal room opened in August 2020, completing the 2nd stage of renovation. Dr. Michael Wilder, our Dean of the Conservatory, Arts and Communication, frequently reminds us of the biblical importance of music and worship. Even if you're not a music major, you can participate in one of our many ensembles or take private lessons, and you can add a certificate in worship arts to any major. Coming to college to study the sciences, I didn't know if I'd be able to stay involved in music, but quickly found musical outlets in gospel choir and our co-ed a cappella group, Amplify A Cappella. Even with ensembles I'm not involved in, there are plenty of opportunities to enjoy campus concerts and performances each semester.
Krauser Sports Complex is home to 21 NCAA Division III intercollegiate teams, who combined have won over 40 conference championships in the last 10 years. We also have 7 club sports teams and many student-led intramurals, including sand volleyball, inner tube water polo, and more. 80% of the student body is involved in the activities offered through the Krauser Sports Complex. So Krauser plays a big part in student life at Wheaton. It has practice gyms, a rock climbing wall, a fully equipped weight room, and a dance studio featuring group fitness classes. Also housed in Krauser is a 25-meter pool and King Arena, used by our varsity volleyball, wrestling, and basketball teams. Our varsity men's basketball team made a Division III Final Four appearance in 2019. Across campus, you will see McCulley Stadium, home to the Wheaton Thunder football team, who advanced to the Division III quarterfinals in 2019. And next to that is Joe Bean Stadium, home to our men's and women's soccer teams. Let's go Thunder! Wheaton is a residential campus, and 90% of our students live on campus all 4 years, whether in residence halls, apartments, or houses. If you're an incoming freshman, you'll be living in one of our 2 underclassmen residence halls, Fisher Hall or Smith-Traber Hall.
With 75% of our students coming from outside of Illinois, we aren't a school where students go home on the weekends. Instead, students invest in making Wheaton their home, and residence life is a prime example of how living in community is central to our lives as Christians and central to daily life at Wheaton. Dedicated residence life staff supports students mentally, physically, and spiritually. Student residence assistants on each floor plan events and community building opportunities, like the annual Oktoberfest, a contest specific to Smith-Traber Hall, where floors prepare and offer immersive, themed tours.
But if you ask me, I had way more fun at the Fisher Dodgeball Tournament.
However, I think we can all agree that Smith-Traber is clearly the superior residence hall.
That's hilarious. Even the visitors watching know that Fisher is obviously better.
Our next stop is Meyer Science Center. Rising from the rocks to the stars, with geology and environmental science on the lower level, and moving up to our observatory at the top, this structure is built on a grounded passion for learning through and from God's creation. Wheaton's commitment to the integration of faith and learning continues strongly through our study of the sciences. At Wheaton, we believe that all truth is God's truth, so the study of God's created order is both an academic and a spiritual pursuit. Almost all professors have their own labs where undergrad students conduct research alongside them. We offer rigorous preparation for pre-health tracks through our dedicated health professions office. As an applied health science major on the pre-nursing track, my hands-on learning experiences here have profoundly shaped my passion for the sciences. Getting to learn in the cadaver lab only deepened the way that I understand and engage my faith in relation to our physical embodiment. Meyer is also home to Perry the Mastodon, one of the most complete mastodon skeletons in North America. Found in nearby Glen Ellen in 1963, Perry was excavated by Wheaton geology students and now has inspired our Thunder mascot, Tor.
Beamer Student Center was named after Todd M. Beamer, a 1991 Wheaton alum who lost his life on Flight 93 during the 9/11 attacks. His famous words, "Let's roll," have become a motto to us here at Wheaton. Lower level Beamer, or low beams as we like to call it, is where you'll find study spaces, Sam's Coffee Shop, the Stoop Grill where you can grab some burgers and fries, a game room, the college post office, and the chaplain's office. Beamer also houses many of our student engagement offices, such as the Student Activities, the Office of Christian Outreach, the Office of Multicultural Development, and International Student Programs. Not to mention more than 75 student-initiated clubs and student-led groups. Low Beams is a pretty busy place. Each office has its own staff committed to student growth and resources for learning outside the classroom and having fun outside the classroom. But one of my all-time favorite spots in Low Beams is Gold Star Chapel, a small prayer chapel that's perfect for quiet devotional times. It's named Gold Star for the 39 Wheaton College students who gave their lives during World War II.
Beamer Student Center also houses Anderson Commons, our main dining hall served by Bon Appetit. We've been consistently ranked among the top in the nation for our food, and Bon Appetit is committed to preparing locally sourced meals in their scratch kitchen. The dining hall is a great place to meet friends old and new, enjoy a meal with one of your professors, and delve even deeper into the campus community.
Right across from Beamer is our bookstore and the Center for Vocation and Career, or the CVC. The CVC prepares you to take your Wheaton education out into the world. With dedicated career coaches assigned to specific majors, They will provide plenty of opportunities for growth throughout your 4 years here, offering more than just the traditional resume and interview help. The CVC helps you figure out who you are, what strengths you bring, and where God is calling you through a curriculum of self-reflection, career exploration, and a commitment to internships. They also help networking and introducing students to employers. Wheaton has an extensive and international network of alumni who love to connect with and offer opportunities to current students.
At Wheaton, you don't have to settle. Wheaton gives you an opportunity to become the person God is calling you to be and prepares you to make the difference God is calling you to make for Christ and His kingdom.
Thank you for joining our tour today. Know that the admissions office and many more on this campus are praying for you, praying that the Lord would direct your next steps and guide your college decision. We would love to connect with you further. Contact the admissions office to meet your admissions counselor, get your questions answered, and to set up your next visit. We look forward to meeting you. See you soon.
Good evening and welcome back to King Arena as we get ready to start off this second half of the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast of the Wheaton College Thunder men's basketball team going up against the North Park University Vikings. I'm Dalton Van Esselston, joined by Don Crowder. We're getting ready to go. We got 30 seconds left before the second half will begin. Wheaton leads 35-34. Namiye Dome is the leading scorer for the Wheaton Thunder with 12 points and the game's leading scorer at this moment. Don, what are you looking forward to this second half?
Well, the first half was a nonstop action piece. Very, very neat game. Not a lot of turnovers, not a lot of fouls on either side. Both teams shot pretty well. If you're a Thunder fan, you need to tighten up that defense. Defensively, they look really sloppy in the first half. If you're North Park, you just try and ride the wave, try and get a huge upset here in King.
And we open up with the layup just missed by a Dome. And Don, you said, we need to really tighten up on the defensive side, but also these easy looks, we're having a trouble converting on those right now. So hopefully Wheaton can start to make these point-blank looks and extend their lead. And both teams have their starting five out there for the second half as Johnson swings it around to Sanders. Feeds it into Polk. Got great positioning and then made the layup. He just slipped by Alioth down low and gets his point total up to 8 points on the night.
And Polk just having his way down low. Cade not looking up to his best tonight.
The Dome swings it around to Vegas. Give it to Alioth at the top of the three-point line. Vegas drives, unable to make the layup, but rebounded by Alioth, who draws the foul on Polk, creating the contact and earning himself a trip to the line. Good follow by Alioth right here off of the miss from Vegas. And hopefully this will get Alioth going. And a storyline that's beginning to develop in this second half is Polk Jr. has 2 fouls, and Jordan Boyd, who is the man that will come in to substitute for him, has 3 of his own fouls. So foul trouble for the big man, and if that continues, could work in Wheaton's favor by giving Alioth a lot more mismatches down low. So Osborne will bring the ball up, hands it off to Johnson, who swings that around to Boyd. They're working their offense pretty far out from the hoop. But Osborne drives to the corner, swings it across the court. Almost a travel. And Boyd from the elbow buries it.
Shots like that, that's what Wheaton has to control a little bit. Just out of nowhere, Boyd able to free himself up. Hits a long 2 from the elbow.
And Wheaton does a really good job for like the first 20 seconds of the shot clock to play solid defense, keeping them outside of the paint. But then an unfortunate travel right there from Cruikshank. But then they just get a little sloppy and lackadaisical towards the end of the shot clock, and that's when the shots usually go up, and that's when they fall. And an unfortunate turnover. Not what Wheaton wants to see out of in these first 2 minutes of this second half. A sloppy start for the Wheaton Thunder.
Already Nick Chiavello in for Eli Considine. Chiavello with 3 points in the first half. Didn't do too much offensively, but defensively was able to shut down Jalen Boyd pretty effectively.
And as you said that, Jalen Boyd hits a shot over the outstretched arms
the
of Nick Chiavello.
commentator's curse right there. that basket's on me.
Feed a dome at the corner. Ball screen. A good look, and just you got to convert that. He gets his rebound and just can't convert as North Park will get the ball. A good contest by Johnson, but Alioth, who's the bigger player, just needs to not be cautious of that contact and invite it and go up strong.
Alioth just 1 for 9. He's taken 2 threes. The rest are shots in the paint. As you said there, mismatch on Gabe Johnson. He's got to make that.
And a backdoor cut by Sanders, and Polk finds him as all eyes were on him at the elbow, and Wheaton needs a timeout. They got to figure out something on the defensive side to not get beat. And Shower will definitely try to draw something up and talk something over. Hopefully get an easy basket to kind of ease the pain right now.
And this is absolutely not what Coach Shower intended for the second half. North Park has yet to miss a bucket. Wheaton College has yet to make one. 0 for 4 right now in the second half. They've really got to figure out Cade Alioth right now. He's the centerpiece of this team. He anchors the defense. He anchors that middle spot. He's the big man. He's doing well from a rebound standpoint. He's got 9 rebounds, but even with those 8 points, most of them are coming from free throws. He just can't figure it out down low against Polk Jr.
And for the North Park Vikings, I mean, they have 4 scorers with 8 or more points. They have 3 at 10 points and then 1 at 8. And for the Wheaton Thunder, they have Adome at 12, Cruikshank at 9, and Alioth at 8. And they just need a 4th scorer to step up, something to kind of take the burden off of Alioth, who's just not having the best night for himself. They need to find someone, whether it's Adome taking over and just scoring 40 or something like Vegas or Anthony making some shots. But Wheaton needs to find something on this offensive side to close the gap.
And right now they're shooting 56%. North Park is, and if you take away the 0 for 4 from Michael Osborne, who hasn't shot in the second half, it's 63%. So their main guys are just shooting incredibly well. Jalen Boyd 5 for 9, Gabe Johnson 4 for 6, Polk is 5 for 7, and Sanders 4 for 4. So their big guys are stepping up right now, and they can't miss.
Cruikshank feeds a Dome. He steps inside, swings it out. Vegas at the top of the key. This is where Dome makes his money. Just needs to convert those layups, and a big block by Polk, but they call a foul. And the North Park fans are letting the refs hear it, as we'll see a replay right here. And that's a lot of ball.
I feel bad for Polk there, but you have to imagine there has been some contact that hasn't been called. So it's almost like you're painting it forward just a little bit. But yeah, that looked like a clean block there.
Coach Slider of the Vikings needs to try to figure something out here with both of his big men, Polk Jr. and Jordan Boyd, both having 3 fouls. They need to be smart with 16 minutes left to go in this game, as Wheaton will for sure try to attack that and foul these guys out. Sanders with a little hook shot, unable to get it off the nice bounce off the glass. Cruikshank will push the pace. He throws it back out to Vegas, who swings it around to Chiavello. Cruikshank will have it on the wing. Step back 3. Buries it. ties up the game at 42 points. A big shot by the senior from the wing, gets his point total up to 12. Great shot, a really needed bucket right there. And Cruikshank delivers. And Boyd has the ball at the top. A little slip screen from Polk Jr. Sanders kicks out to Boyd from deep, front rim. And Cruikshank's going to push the pace, and he sees the dome on the fast break, gives it back to Cruikshank. And a dome for three. Bang! Nice friendly roll off the front rim. Wheaton gets the lead 45-42 with 15 and a half minutes left to go in the second half. The dome is coming alive right now. The two leading scorers for the Wheaton Thunder are showing why they are that. They're clutch, and they are making shots when needed.
8-0 run right now for Wheaton. Could this be the momentum they've needed all night long?
Let's hope so. And Osborne unable to get that. A tough look. And the leading scorer for the North Park Vikings has 0 points still on 0 of 5 of shooting. But somehow North Park is still in this game right now. And hopefully Wheaton can use this turnover to their advantage, extend their lead some more as the dome will bring the ball up. Ball screen here. If he kicks that out, a dome for three. Oh! Another friendly roll. Coach Slider needs a timeout. Wheaton has not been getting the bounces to go their way, and now off the rim, off the backboard, off the rim a couple more times in the bottom of the net. Wheaton extends their lead to 6 points on an 11-0 run. Namier Dome now has 18 points, 4 of 7 from 3. And this is what Wheaton needs right here.
That's just about as many bounces as you can take. And we'll see here in this huddle, Coach Schauer maybe didn't really need to make an adjustment, had to let his players settle into the second half. Of course, they started extremely poorly, but now with that 6-point lead, they've clawed back, and they're in front here.
And even though Wheaton does give up a decent amount of points, they can score points in bunches as well, as we see a run from the Wheaton offense in these last few minutes. And when you have a dome and Cruikshank, a great backcourt, preseason All-American in the dome who can just take control of the game and really dictate the outcome when the ball is in his hands, and he's showing that tonight. As Wheaton Thunder break out of the timeout, the Vikings are still talking it over as Coach Slider is trying to make some adjustments to get an easy basket on the offensive side and maybe a stop to slow down and shift momentum. And we'll see what they draw out of this timeout.
And this is the tension with having sort of an unsustainable scoring mechanism. North Park relying on a lot of iso ball. It worked in the first half. It was admirable in the first half. But once that scoring runs dry, you can't return to a more consistent form of basketball.
They're going to be looking inside for Polk. They swing it around to Johnson. He's been in the paint for a while, but he steps out right there. And Sanders spinning around, forcing up a shot, and a late whistle as Cruikshank gets called for the foul, and Coach Schauer does not agree with that. And Cruikshank is in disbelief too. We'll see here as Sanders drives in, spins around. What do you think, Don?
It's too quick. It seemed like Cruikshank thought he got ball, but the referee saw something different. I was looking more at Sanders' steps. It looked like he took maybe one too many, but again, just a little bit too quick.
A little bang-bang play right there. Sanders makes the first. And the ref calls for the ball as he brings in a substitution. Jordan Boyd in for Polk Jr. Polk Jr. will get some rest with 3 fouls. He'll probably come in 5 minutes or so, getting a quick breather. A little strong on the second free throw. Wheaton stays up by 5. As Cruikshank brings the ball up. Alioth with good position, kicks out to Cruikshank. A little short on the 3, but a strong rebound. And they call a travel. Alias kind of shuffled his feet down low. Good strong rebound.
Yeah. Oh, good call there from the official, yep.
Trying to get better positioning, but just slid his feet back a little too much and changed his pivot foot.
He's getting understandably frustrated out there. Still having a decent game, though. 10 points and 13 boards. Another double-double. He leads the nation in those.
That's a sneaky double-double, too. I did not think he had 13 rebounds. Jab step by Boyd. Gets Chevello on his heels and just buries the shot from the short corner. Oh. Anthony drives. Has the height advantage, but kicks it down to Alioth. Will back down his defender, kicks out to Chevello. Cruikshank will drive, try to draw the foul, doesn't get the call, and the Vikings will go out on the fast break with Osborne leading the charge. Coach Slider calling for them to slow it down as they feed it into Boyd. Just loses the ball, and Cruikshank is just going to push the pace. And Chevello, hard foul as he went up.
And we'll see here, nice dish from Tyson. The leg of Gabe Johnson comes up there. It wasn't the hand that toppled Chevello, it was the leg, an unnecessary leg. I don't know about that, Dalton. That looked pretty malicious.
Yeah, it kind of kicked out Chevello's right foot from landing, making him fall on his face. He gets the first free throw to go. Wheaton gets to 50 points on the night. Chevello adds on to his total with 4 points right now. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Wheaton up by 5 with just under 13 minutes left to go. Osborne will bring up the ball for the Vikings. We'll probably see some isolation here. Swings the ball around to Boyd. Boyd will have it at the top. Sanders with the ball. Hand off to Osborne. He'll eye it up with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. 3 from the corner.
Wow.
What a shot. Boyd bails them out with a 3 to cut this lead down to 2 at the end of the shot clock. And there it is, Don. I mean, great defense for the entire shot clock, but in the last few seconds, the Vikings make a contested shot.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the second baseline fadeaway jumper that Boyd has made in a row, and he's really come alive once again in this second period.
And a good finish there. And we'll get a timeout from the Wheaton Thunder. A good cut, good feed. And instead of going for the blocks, Osborne reached, and Cruikshank was able to finish over him. Wheaton leads 52-48 with just under 12 minutes left to go in this second half. A dome leading scorer for Wheaton with 18 points, 7 of 12 shooting and 4 of 7 from 3. So he's having a really efficient night from the field. Cruikshank, 14 points on 6 of 11 shooting. So both the stars of the Wheaton Thunder team are having really solid night shooting and kind of picking up the pace where Alioth is kind of slowing down. But Alioth still with 10 points and 13 rebounds. So he's not having a terrible night. He's still making plays where he needs to make plays too.
Andrew Williams back into the game. Hopefully he can provide a little bit of energy here, just like what you were talking about, Dalton. Wheaton slowing down. They had such a great stretch where they were making threes and really pushing the pace. But again, North Park has clawed their way back to within 4.
Ramirez is subbed in for Osborne for the Vikings. He has the ball at the wing. Kicks it out to Johnson. He's going to drive to left side. A lot of contact, no foul. Polk gets the rebound, fades away, and gets a nice bounce off the glass. So North Park is not going away right now, and Wheaton needs to find an answer to hopefully pull away. Andrew Williams feeds Alioth inside, trying to work the ball down low to potentially draw the 4th foul.
There you
Good
go.
footwork by Alioth as he gets to the other side of the rim, finishes with a strong hand, Great protection, using the rim to his advantage. And able to slide under Polk and finish on the right side.
Yeah, he timed that really well. Was just waiting for the contact, went up and under.
Johnson will have the ball on the wing, eyeing up Luke Anthony. Hands it off to Ramirez. Drives in. Ooh, found the cutting Sanders, unable to corral that pass. That'll be a turnover for the Vikings as we see Chiavello in a dome sub back in for Anthony and Alioth.
I know exactly how Sanders feels right now. Just there's always those shorter guards that just from an early age became incredible passers, and they misdirect everybody, and then they throw it right at your hands, but it just skips off of you, and you feel terrible.
He had a wide open look and just unable to get his hands on it. Dome has the ball in the wing, swings it around to U Vegas. Drive to the middle, spun around. Finishes with the left hand, absorbing the contact. Smart by Polk Jr. not to commit his 4th foul, but a great take by U Vegas, going up against a bigger player and able to finish with his left hand. Boyd with the ball, backing down U Vegas. Spin, off the glass, a good look, and a foul on Cruikshank as Johnson went up for the rebound.
This is that replay. U Vegas is going to put Johnson on the floor here with the spin.
Great use of the spin move, getting him off balance, going up strong, and just knowing where he was on the court. Really smart move. Johnson gets the first free throw to go. I guess they called that. I thought it was going to be on the rebound, but they called it as him going back up.
It's his first point since the early minutes of the first half when he went 4 for 4 really quickly.
And he came out firing, and he cooled off a little bit. And after those 2 made free throws, he'll go to the line. I mean the bench. Andrew Williams at the top. The Dome swings it around to U Vegas. They're trying to work it inside. I mean, Williams has the mismatch. But Chiavello will drive, and that's just an easy finish for him. Creating the contact, getting to the left side, which is his dominant hand, getting good positioning where his defender will be on the opposite side of the hoop, and he can just go up strong. Great take. You're going to feed Polk Jr. inside. So look to hand it off to Ramirez. And a reaching foul on Andrew Williams. Kind of brought his hand all the way around. Be an interesting matchup down low if Polk Jr. and Chiavello stay matched up, which I'm assuming they will. But now he's going to head to the bench. And both teams will go small ball right here, with Chiavello and Boyd playing the 5 position respectively. Oh, a tipped inbounds pass. And Wheaton gets, ball goes around and U Vegas gets possession of it. And hits Williams on the wing. Swings all the way around to U Vegas. Corner 3, just short. And a long rebound goes to Chiavello. Swings it back around. The Dome will have it at the top. A lot of off-ball movement. This should create some open look right there. Unable to get the rebound, the shot to go, but Chiavello with the rebound, put back. 2 offensive rebounds for Chiavello, and he's able to convert on the second one. And North Park will call a timeout as Wheaton leads 60-52 with 8.5 minutes left to go.
How about that, Nick Chiavello? He is playing out of his mind right now. 2 big offensive boards right there. He's got 9 points on the night. Absolutely great performance for him in 21 minutes off the bench. Some critical play there from the sophomore. And
he averages 3 points on the year and tripled that already with 9 points in the game, as you mentioned, Don. But those 3 rebounds, 2 of which were huge on this offensive possession for Wheaton. 2 offensive rebounds, working the ball around for another open look from Cruikshank. And a nice soft bounce off the rim goes right to Chiavello again, and able to finish on the right side of the hoop.
Well, both of these teams pretty top-heavy with their scoring right now. North Park 15 points for Jalen Boyd, 12 points for Gabe Johnson, 12 for Polk Jr., and then 9 for Sanders. And you flip that around, it's almost identical. Adome's got 18, Crookshank 14, Alioth 12, and Chevello 9. No other player has more than 4 for either side, as we see Coach Schauer there doing the walk, getting ready to put his players back on. Up by 8 here, and these are the critical moments. Can Wheaton pull away? Can they put North Park to bed, or are the Vikings going to see an awesome upset here in Wheaton?
And we'll see them break the huddle. Both teams remaining in small ball fashion, with Chevello and Jalen Boyd playing the big man in these few minutes right here, as Alioth and Polk Jr. both get a little break. And right as I say that, Alioth goes to the scorer's table to check in, but Jalen Boyd will have the ball at the elbow. One dribble, not necessary, but then Ramirez trying to find something down low, and Vegas will be called for the foul.
Yeah, we'll get this on the replay again. I'm not sure.
And Ramirez really did he had nothing down low.
Who gets him here?
And Vegas right there,
Yeah,
they called on him,
yes.
running into him.
That's tough, though. The ref calling it doesn't have a good observation of Vegas's front. I don't know about that. And then it leads to that.
Jalen Boyd is just living at the corners right now. The short corner is where he's making his money. And that's just an unfortunate basket for Wheaton Thunder to give up after a good defensive possession. Oh, Chevello's wide open. Doesn't see him. The dome with a nice little floater. And we'll get a timeout from the Wheaton Thunder. Coach Schauer wants to slow things down or draw something up on the defensive side, but Adome now gets the 20 points on the night with the floater right there. And Wheaton leads by 8 with a little under 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just going to put Cade in, if he just did that timeout for a substitution. Obviously nothing wrong with Wheaton's play in the last couple possessions, and yeah, the big man will be in. And Wheaton have most of their starters out. Constantine will be sitting for Chevello, who is, as I said earlier, just having a really great game, number 12.
Constantine has been struggling a little bit tonight. He's 0 for 1, but in 10 minutes played, just not as big of an effect as you want to see from one of the starters. And Chevello's just providing great minutes off the bench, providing starter minutes too. And for the North Park Vikings, they have their starting lineup out here. We'll most likely see that for the rest of the half and the rest of the game. As Johnson gets the ball in the wing. Osborne has the ball. Hits Johnson, who's going to drive down. But great defense by Chevello. Active hands, making it uncomfortable as Johnson has to pass the ball off. And Osborne will eye it up with 9 seconds left on the shot clock. They really have nothing right now. And throws up a prayer and gets it to go. Again with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, just throwing something up, and it finds the bottom of the net. They've been able to get those all night.
And Michael Osborne finally enters with 2 points.
And Alioth almost took the 3 right there. Got Polk Jr. jumping a little bit. Off balance, gonna drive. Spins around. Oh, unable to get that to go. A great move. Smart play by Alioth to use the pump fake, drive down and spin around, but unable to convert. Johnson's going to throw a high lob pass into the post. And Polk Jr. gets it to go. An athletic finish. Fading away. And they cut the lead down to 4.
And they have just not cooled off in the way that maybe Coach Schauer was hoping for them to. These are tough one-on-one looks, but they are converting them with ease.
Alioth for 3. Gets it to go. Much needed 3 from the big man right there, and that's something you love to see if you're Alioth. Not the best shooting night for him, but is now 2 of 3 from the three-point line with 15 points for himself. Osborne with the ball in the corner. Gets it to Polk Jr. inside. He's going to back down Alioth.
Oh.
And the block by Alioth sends that down and out of bounds.
Let's see this one again. This time doesn't get called for the foul. Polk Jr. is going to think he can just do what he did last time, but no. And I think it went off of maybe Vegas's leg there on the bounce.
That'll make Polk Jr. think twice next time he goes up against Alioth. And we'll see Jordan Boyd come in for a substitution. Michael Osborne drives in.
Oh!
Blocked by Vegas coming out of nowhere. They poke it away, but Cruikshank has the ball. Just short. But Wheaton gets to keep the ball as Jordan Boyd poked it out.
Oh, we need to see this again. I've always said Colony Vegas, he's got some of the best bounce on the team. Let's see it here. Oh! Volleyball spike gets the kill.
He rose up there. The Dome's going to go to work off the knee of Jordan Boyd. And some tips left and right, but Wheaton will keep possession with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. And Vegas, as you mentioned, showing off his sneaky bounce on the defensive side. And off the foot of Boyd, they call it, and Wheaton keeps the ball. So a little sloppy offensive possession right here for Wheaton, but up 7 with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Adome will probably have the isolation and try to go to work to get a little step back or a shot from the elbow. No, drives. And a block by Boyd. Holy cow. Blocks left and right now. And Osborne's going to push the pace. You see Sanders in the corner. Hands it into Boyd, who kicks it out to his brother, Jalen Boyd, who goes up. Wow. Out of bounds. Wheaton ball as Jalen Boyd drove to the rim.
I think Vegas might get a credit for another block there.
Yeah.
And then pulls down the rebound as well.
He's hustling all over the place right now. Great defensive game from Vegas. One of the best defenders that Wheaton has, and a scrappy defender that is as well.
This is why he gets the minutes he does. He's not a scorer. That's not his function. He hustles. He displays leadership. He's a defender first and foremost. And, those are the plays where he comes up strong, proves his worth.
Luke Anthony at the top for 3. Gets it to go. Off-ball screen for Luke Anthony. Buries the 3 from the top. And Wheaton gets this lead into double digits for the first time tonight, as North Park will try to slow it down to just not let Wheaton continue with this momentum. Good spin move. Unable to convert. Wheaton's going to look to push the pace here. Vegas will bring it up. And an easy call for the ref as Johnson mauled Luke Anthony going for that ball.
And just inching closer and closer to that bonus. 2 more fouls and it'll be a very slow game indeed.
And with North Park being a little slow on the offensive side, we'll see Coach Slider bring back in Polk Jr. and Alioth for 3. In and out. Great look to extend this lead to 13 points. Unable to get that to go. And Johnson eyeing up the deep 3. Gets the foul on Cruikshank. That'll be his 3rd of the night. Got them jumping with the pump fake. We'll see Chavello check in along with Polk Jr. Luke Anthony will head to the bench after converting a big 3, much needed for Wheaton to keep the momentum in their direction.
With Polk Jr. out, I think Wheaton has had some pretty good success just with those rebounding issues they were having. So now back in the game, this is crunch time here. Vikings have to put in a stop. They have to keep going.
And Osborne driving in and unable to get it to go, but then Sanders with the tip. And Wheaton gets the rebound off of an Osborne miss of a layup. And the Dome has the ball at the top. Going to work off the on-ball screen. Foul on Osborne. A little hand check foul right here. A little reach in. Easy call for the ref to make. Luke Anthony subs back into the game immediately. We'll inbound the ball.
Yeah, pretty much pure offense right now out there for Wheaton. Switch out Chavella for Anthony and get some more shooting out there.
Good hands by Johnson on the entry pass, and he's going to be pushing the pace, but loses it off of a tip from Vegas. Not a surprise that he's the one right where the ball is and where the scrappy plays are being made, but he sees a dome on the wing for three. Bang! Bottom of the net. Wheaton leads by 13. Timeout from North Park. Coach Slider wants to talk things over, down 13 with a little under 3 minutes to go.
Dome 5 for 8 from downtown right now. He is on fire. And Coach Schauer really should be pleased with his coaching decisions tonight. His players are subbing in and out and just making these great immediate impacts. And you have to imagine he's just telling his players right now to close up shop, to not let any more ISO ball, hero ball plays go through for North Park. You know, it is conceivable that Wheaton could still hold North Park below 70 points. In fact, probably very likely with 3 minutes to go, which, of course, Dalton didn't seem possible with how Wheaton was playing defensively in that first half.
I mean, they gave up 34 points in the first half, and right now only 24 in the second half. And North Park is a team that averages 66 points on the season, and Wheaton is a team that gives up 71 points a game on the season. So they're doing a good job keeping them below their average right now. And hopefully they can, if they keep them under 65, 70 points, that'll be an easy win for the Wheaton Thunder. The teams come out of the huddle. Luke Anthony's in with the other starters. And then for North Park, they have all their starters in except for Johansson, who has not played too many minutes tonight, but he's in during crunch time. And he has the ball in his hands at the top. And Osborne, drive down, gets a little floater, unable to get it, but then with the tip with the left hand, reached behind his head for that ball and then threw it up and off the glass and in.
He's only 2 for 10 on the night. He's behind his average of about 14 points a game, but we can see the athleticism and see the skill in that bucket.
Great cut. And a block from Johansson stays Wheaton's ball.
I mean, Johansson must be a defensive specialist because I have no idea what he's doing out there. 4 minutes, but then he's put in at crunch time and now subbed out again.
And Anthony Diaz, who has not played a minute yet, comes into this game for the Vikings. And immediately makes an impact.
Fair enough, Coach Slider.
Yeah. And Osborne's going to drive and unable to convert on the layup, but will earn himself a trip to the line with that foul on Luke Anthony. Good crossover move and then cutting back to the right side of the rim, drawing the foul.
They've burst out of that timeout. Lots of energy, lots of high-octane play from North Park. This is what you have to do. 2 minutes to go.
And with a double-digit lead, Wheaton just can't get complacent. You don't want to show that you're comfortable. You want to keep your foot on the gas pedal and not slow down, because when you get complacent, that's when you get lazy on defense. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Wheaton's lead is now cut to 9 with 2 minutes left to go. They start to press. Tipped away. Vegas gets the ball. Cruikshank for 3. Short. Gets his own rebound. Saves it to Alioth.
Yeah,
and the dome will settle down.
Here. Just chill. You got more time to bleed off the clock.
Foul here on Jalen Boyd. Right there, and Wheaton will not be in the bonus yet. Still, that was their foul to give right there. The next foul will put Wheaton at the line. Cruikshank will take control of the ball, feed it off to a dome. Looking to get it inside. New Vegas, just misses. With a minute and a half left to go, Wheaton is up 9. The Vikings have the ball. Looking like they're going to attack, and wow. Not the foul you want right there. I mean, you don't want to give an and one chance. And that's just an easy finish for Adam Bulwa.
Another player who's getting his first minutes really in the crunch time.
He played about 2 minutes in the first half, but really early in the game, and now coming in and making a big play.
Fascinating. It really is.
I mean,
it's working. Right? It's you can't knock it.
I mean, Carl Polk Jr. is sitting right now, which is very surprising. Unable to get that to go, and an easy rebound for Alioth. With a minute left to go, North Park down 7. And 1. Chavello, that's just the icing on the cake right there, as Wheaton is now up 9 with a minute to go. Chavello will go to the line to make this a double-digit lead. It's really interesting to see that with a minute and a half left to go in the game, being down 9 points, you're seeing players that haven't played much at all in this game come in for North Park. But now, quick substitution. So I don't really know what the strategy was behind that from Coach Slider. It's really interesting. Chavello almost wedges it in between the backboard and the rim. They'll roll the ball a little bit as Osborne will then pick it up, and the clock will start. 10 points, 10-point deficit for the Vikings. The minute left to go. They need to get something to go, and they just throw it away. And Wheaton will get the ball back with 55 seconds left. We'll see a press from the Vikings, and Bolwa and Diaz will check back in. As Polk Jr. will head to the bench. And with this press, I guess it is some defensive, maybe fouling and tip away from Sanders. Wheaton will advance the ball a little bit, taking a second off the clock.
It must be a defensive thing for these guys to be out here for North Park.
Yeah, and it looks like Polk Jr. and Johnson are both just gassed on the bench.
Yeah.
So it could be a lot of fatigue too. I mean, Wheaton plays a fast-paced game. North Park likes a half-court offense, not much in transition, so that could be a big factor as well. They're not fouling right now. We're seeing a trap come, but easily broken as Diaz commits the foul on Vegas, and he'll go to the line for a one-and-one opportunity. And Polk Jr. and Johansson will check back in, so I guess it is some defensive and offensive scenario for the Vikings. Vegas misses the first, and a foul, and that's on Chavello, I believe.
That's not what you want.
No, I mean you get 1 second off the clock, and the Vikings get a chance to get 2 free points.
Yeah, it's the last thing you want as a Wheaton fan.
And an uncharacteristic miss from Vegas at the free throw line. Shoots 79% from the free throw line, so just back rimmed it. Sanders has a chance to cut the lead down. Gets it down to 9. And he is a 45% free throw shooter, so 2 big buckets right here. Misses the second. And the Dome will just hold the ball and just await the foul. They said instead send a trap. Coach Schauer wants to call timeout to draw up a better press break.
Yeah, might just want to advance the ball here, get past half court, be able to waste another 23 seconds off. I'm surprised that North Park didn't go for the immediate foul there. Of course, the Dome did have the ball, and that's not the guy you want at the line, but you just got to take it. You're down 9 here, 36 seconds to go. That's a 3-possession game.
I mean, yeah, Wheaton did take off like 8 seconds off the clock with just holding the ball. So, interesting plan of attack from Coach Slider and the North Park Vikings.
And Tyson Cruikshank doesn't matter too much with 30 seconds to go, but 4 fouls on the night for him.
And Cade Alioth has 15 points and 16 rebounds. Another big night on the boards for Cade. Having a big effect on the game, but a Dome leading all scorers with 23 points. And on the flip side, Jalen Boyd has 17 of his own for the Vikings. And we'll see them foul immediately right here. Osborne commits the foul, and Cruikshank will head to the line where he is a 68% free throw shooter. Making both of these would practically seal the game for the Thunder. I don't see it going any other way right now.
He's got to make at least one. Yep, that's a 4-possession game now, and that's definitely all she wrote.
And this is the time where stat padding comes into play, just with looks from the free throw line. Johansson will drive to the rim, goes up, finishes, and a timeout from Coach Slider with 25 seconds left to go, down 9. I mean, as a coach, you can't give up at any point, but down 3 possessions, sending a team that shoots really well from the line. I mean, Wheaton is 13 of 16 from the free throw line tonight. That's 81%. They're not going to miss too many of those.
But also just another example of Wheaton falling asleep defensively. Johansson, who just has not had anything all game long, able to split the defense, go right to the rim, and it'll be interesting to see who gets sent out. We've got Diaz and Bull as well, maybe, on the left. And then, of course, Boyd, Sanders, and Osborne.
I mean, Boyd has almost played the entire game, 38 minutes, and Sanders as well, 38 minutes up for himself as well. So they have to be tired. And we'll see. Oh, Diaz almost poked it away, but instead called for the foul. And the Dome will go to the line. Shooting 80% from the free throw line. 23 points on the night, averages 21.6 on the year. So another standard night for the preseason All-American, who will be an All-American this year, most likely. Back rim's the first. And Wheaton, after a loss to Illinois Wesleyan in their last game, it's good to see them come out and play well tonight on the offensive side. Might not have been the best defensive game, but coming away with the win is still big. And a lane violation on Sanders. So Dome will get another look after two misses. So he'll get a chance to make this a 10-point game. And Osborne will bring the ball up with 20 seconds left to go. We'll drive in, get a Dome in the air. Unable to get that to go. It will stay Vikings ball with 10.9 seconds left to go in this game. Wheaton up 10. They'll get the win here tonight at home. With 1 game left in the regular season, they have conference play coming up. It's good to get a big win, and Jalen Boyd from deep off the backboard. And Alioth will just hold it with 1 second left to go, and that will be the game. Wheaton College Thunder win 77-67 against the North Park University Vikings. Wheaton improves to 19-5 on the year, 11-4 in conference play. The Vikings then drop to 9-14 and 4-11 in conference play as well. A good win for Wheaton to coming off of that loss against the Titans, and a great showing from Namier Dome, preseason All-American, putting up 24 points, 1 rebound and 3 assists, and Cade Alioth with 15 points and 17 rebounds, and Cruikshank with 16 of his own. We're going to send it down to the court with Don Crowder interviewing Coach Schauer.
I'm down on the court here with Coach Schauer of Wheaton. Coach, good win tonight. What are your thoughts on the performance?
Yeah, I think we were, Saturday was so emotional for us, and I think win, lose, or draw, we just looked sluggish tonight. A lot of that's North Park. Historically, we've managed to win, a majority of these games, but they've played us like this a lot. They slow the game down. We don't like that. We want to get up and down, and I just thought we looked sluggish and struggled a little bit. Again, a lot of that credit was to them. But I just thought our guys battled a little bit. Obviously, Namier's 2 threes that hit every part of the rim and went in and kind of gave us the 6-point lead I thought was significant. So, relieved to kind of have this one done, and then looking forward to the senior night on Saturday and celebrating a lot of what these guys have done.
Thanks so much, Coach. Well, there you have it. Wheaton takes another victory, still in second place in the conference, and they will look to take on some competition next week in the postseason tournament. But they close out their season with senior night, as Coach Shower just said, on Saturday night at 7. Be sure to tune in there on WTSM, where we have live coverage of that game. Until then, for Dalton Van Esselston and everyone else here at the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, I'm Don Crowder. Have a great night.